suddenly
Yeah.
it seems like they're talking in a Ben Simmons trade. So my first reaction is, I guess maybe James Harden has said that he doesn't want to be there, because I think there was also a report that came out that he was not happy with the team or whatever. He can see himself elsewhere. But in any case, James Harden may be moved at this deadline. And if he is, it's for Ben Simmons. There's no other
Yeah.
trade, right?
Yeah, he's out today with hamstring tightness. So that's kind of like pushing it, like the narrative a little bit. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh man, he's getting traded. He's getting traded. I honestly think he's just injured. And these are just like false reports that Shams is getting. I think
Mm.
he will test free agency, but I don't think Kevin Durant okays a trade. I think Kevin Durant can convince him, be like, give it 6 months, man. Give it 6 months. Let's ride this out. Let's win a championship. Let's try to win a championship. Kevin Durant, it took Kevin Durant 1 year to trade DeAndre Jordan to give the okay for that. Like, I
Hmm.
don't see him giving the okay for this James Harden trade. And he is the guy in Brooklyn. He's the one that gives like the most input to player decisions and stuff like that. And I think he could convince James Harden to play hard and stuff like that. And I just can't see it happening. I just can't see it happening. Like Kevin Durant doesn't like letting this trades and stuff happen that much. So
Hmm.
I think he's just going to convince the front office, convince James Harden, write it out this year. But I think this is going to stop a Ben Simmons trade from happening now, because I think it's going to give
Good
Daryl
point.
Morey all the
Yeah,
hope it
Daryl
needs.
Morey. This is the last thing Daryl Morey needed to hear, because now
Yeah,
nothing else is happening, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
that means no Beal
yeah.
trade, no Fox trade,
Mm.
no D'Angelo Russell trade. This basically kind of kills
Hmm.
the NBA trade deadline, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because Ben Simmons, Beal, De'Aaron Fox, D'Angelo Russell are all going to be off the book because Daryl Morey
Hmm.
is waiting for Harden.
Yeah, but even from a front office perspective, like, yeah, you trading for Ben Simmons, if Harden is indeed going to be leaving, trading for Ben Simmons makes you a I mean, if you have Kevin Durant and like anyone else, you're a championship caliber team. But
Yeah,
like Ben Simmons defensively, and like that's kind of the perfect spot for him. But
yeah,
in my opinion, even if you win a championship this year and then lose Harden, that's more worth than getting Ben Simmons this late into the year, him having
yeah,
not played basketball, and being better over the next 4 years. But
yeah,
like, I'd much rather win a championship this year. And I think you agree. I think almost anyone in
yeah.
the NBA would agree with that.
And it's gonna take what's it called? It's gonna take like an adjustment period because Ben Simmons sucked when like Jimmy
Exactly.
Butler
Yeah.
had the ball all the
Hmm.
time back in the year when the Raptors won. Ben Simmons was playing really bad. So when Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant had the ball all the time, he's not gonna play that good again. And this is a trade that if it was like the beginning of like the season, I could see it
Yeah.
happening. Like James Harden said, "Oh, I'm not playing this season with the, you know what I mean? Something like that." He forces his hand, but midway through, I just don't see it happening. I just see it as chatter. And one thing I just see is maybe this is the next GM just playing 4D chess and then just
Mm.
like, man, if they get Beal and add Beal to the squad that's competing for the first seed, it's gonna be tough. So maybe he's just making these rumors up.
I literally that's actually such a good. That's so true, right?
Yeah,
Because the last thing you want as the Brooklyn Nets front office is the Sixers to get Beal or to get anyone
Fox. Yeah,
anyone to fill that $35 million hole in their lineup. So, and you know that like Daryl Morey has made it abundantly clear that he
loves.
wants Harden.
Yeah,
So you say, oh yeah, maybe Harden. We're talking undecided, and then
yeah,
suddenly, oh, you know what? Sorry, didn't get a deal done. Too
yeah,
bad.
yeah. And they could
Wow, that's
just
actually, yeah, that's some high level. Yeah.
yeah, they could just ask for ridiculous stuff, which they know they're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
get. They could just be like, all right, give us Ben Simmons, Maxi,
Maxi,
Thibault,
Thibault. Yeah.
3 first round picks unprotected,
Yeah.
and three
Yeah.
first round pick swaps. And they could
Yeah.
just be like, keep talking like that, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we know that's never gonna happen. And they could just keep that going until
Hmm.
the trade deadline ends in like 3 days. And then there you go. Daryl
Yeah.
Morey's left with just playing Joel Embiid, and next year Beal's going to be a free agent, so that's not going to happen
Hmm.
anymore. That eliminates Beal. That just leaves like D'Angelo Russell. You know what I mean? It just
Hmm.
lowers the 76ers stock so much, and
Yeah. Yeah.
just might be the best move on the Nets part.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. He might be playing Daryl Morey like a fiddle. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here so you never miss the best clips from Stretch the Floor. Hit the links in the description below to find us on all podcast platforms and follow us on Instagram.